because the same people who proselytize with regard to this transgender issue are the ones that vociferously condemn religious people, Christians specifically, who do proselytize, who do view it as their religious obligation to bring the faith to others. There was a recent MSNBC article about the anti-gay laws that have happened in Uganda. A egregious anti-homosexuality act has been passed, which includes prison sentences and indeed actually the death penalty in some cases. And this MSNBC article wrote that Christian evangelicals are to blame for this homophobia in Uganda. They argue that Christians brought their religion to Uganda, their awful homophobic religion, and MSNBC disparaged them for proselytizing, essentially. Constantly, the left disparages conservatives for proselytizing or preaching family values. But again, this is no different from this trans issue here. It is trying to recruit converts. And the thing that we should all try to adopt, at least in my view, is that tolerance is very different from outright endorsement and support. Part of living in a pluralistic, democratic society is that we need to afford others with whom we disagree tolerance. Everyone, within the bounds of the law, of course, deserves tolerance. But that is very different, as I said, from outright enthusiastic support and now what we see is that the transgender activists are saying that tolerance is not enough. You have to actively espouse and endorse their views, and that counts as tolerance. But we have lost that distinction, which is contributing to so much of this proselytizing that we see today. The next segment, I'm going to be talking about another instance of this with regard to the Riley Gaines incident where she was at a Save Women's Sports event and she was assaulted by a transgender individual. We'll be back. I'm Julie Hartman.
The Dennis Prager Show, live from the Relief Factor Pain-Free Studio. Dennis Prager here, and now is the time to sign up for our trip to Israel this fall. Mike Gallagher and I are headed back to Israel this October. Don't miss the Stand with Israel tour with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll visit amazing places in Israel, sure to profoundly inspire you with every step. Visit standwithisraeltour.com, standwithisraeltour.com, or 855-565-5519.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher inviting you to join me for a remarkable travel opportunity that will change your life forever. Dennis Prager and I are headed back to the Holy Land, Israel, this October. It's the Stand with Israel Tour. Join us along with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll take you to key sites in the Holy Land, thoughtfully designed to give you unprecedented access to a region you've likely only read about. Visit standwithisraeltour.com and get all the details. We'll uncover important geopolitical locations and show you Israel's significance on the world stage, past, present, and future. Step foot on the ancient streets of Jerusalem. We'll sail the Sea of Galilee, pray at the Western Wall, and so much more. We'll have guides for our group, lavish food, and luxurious accommodations. No other trip will be like this one. Come with Dennis and me this October. Register today. Call 855-565-5519. 855-565-5519. Or go to standwithisraeltour.com. Standwithisraeltour.com.
Andrew here. I call my favorite financial vehicle the Laser Fund. Laser is an acronym that stands for Liquid Assets Safely Earning Returns. The Laser Fund eliminates the dangers of rising taxes, inflation, and market uncertainty. You know, losing money when the stock market goes down is unacceptable to me. Learn how I protect myself when that happens. I want you to have a free copy of my latest best-selling book, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free Retirement. Especially if you have money trapped in an IRA or 401k, learn what you can do better. Call now to claim your free copy. I'll send out a copy via priority mail. I'll cover the shipping. Simply call 925-430-7878. That's 925-430-7878. Call 925-430-7878. TV News. Well, let's be honest. From our 8 see. That's why we're different. Salem News Channel has assembled the greatest collection of conservative minds all in one place. Home to Charlie Kirk, Hugh Hewitt, Eric Metaxas, and more. This is finally a place on TV for lovers of freedom like you. Watch anytime, on any screen. It's free 24/7. Find what you're looking for at snc.tv. That's snc.tv.
SRN News. I'm Keisha Stevens. A fifth person has died after Monday's bank shooting in Louisville, Kentucky. Several others were injured as an employee at the bank opened fire. An afternoon fire in Queens, believed to have been caused by a spark from a lithium-ion battery. 2 children were killed. Virginia's Loudoun County Public School System reportedly banning a teacher from adding a her email signature. The verse is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. The council law firms representing the teacher, they say that the school policy allows teachers to personalize the signature. Personally selected pronouns, quotations, pictures, or screenshots are intended to express the teacher's personal views on a variety of subjects. Quote, this is a third.
We are talking about transgenderism, this movement that has infected every area of our society. And I was reading some headlines pertaining to this issue. Another headline happened last week with Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines is an American hero. For those of you who don't know her name, you should know her name. She is an NCAA swimmer from the University of Kentucky and a 12-time All-American champion. She competed against UPenn's Leah Thomas, who is a transgender individual born a man and now competes in women's sports in the NCAA, and they allow it because they are woke. So Miss Gaines was speaking last week at a Save Women's Sports event that was hosted by Turning Point USA at San Francisco State University. She really made a benign speech, just saying how women's sports should be left to women. When she, after her speech, was assaulted, physically assaulted by transgender activists, including one man who was wearing a dress. She is now threatening legal action against the school for allowing this to go on. And what is so astounding about all of this is not only that it was allowed to take place, but how the school responded after the violence occurred. I'm reading an email that Jamila Moore, the Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management at San Francisco State University, wrote to the student body. She wrote, today, San Francisco State finds itself at the center of a national discussion regarding freedom of speech and expression. Let me begin by stating clearly, the trans community is welcome and belongs at San Francisco State University. Further, our community fiercely believes in unity, connection, care, and compassion, and we value different ideas even when they are not our own. San Francisco State is regularly noted as diverse campuses in the United States. But then she goes on to say, but we may also find ourselves exposed to divergent views and even views we find personally abhorrent. These encounters have sometimes led to discord, anger, confrontation, and fear. Thank you to our students who participated peacefully in Thursday's evening's event. Okay? She doesn't say anything about the violence. It took tremendous bravery to stand in such a challenging space. I am proud of these moments. I am proud of the moments when you demonstrate the value of free speech and the right to protest peacefully. Again, no mention of the violence, and she ends the email by encouraging the Gator community to reach out to people who can help them. She lists the Equity and Community Inclusion Office, Counseling and Psychological Service Office, and the Dean of Students Office. This email shows you the extent to which college university deans are enslaved to the student body. I saw this throughout my time in college. Anyone, even if you're not a student in college, can see it. It is the definition of the inmate's running the asylum. There was an incident at my college just a few months ago. They wanted to have a a Harry Potter themed Halloween party. And because J.K. Rowling is apparently a transphobe, a bunch of students said to the Harvard deans that they did not want this Harry Potter themed Halloween party to take place. So the deans, being the cowards that they are, acquiesced to these offended students and canceled the Halloween party. This email here, not recognizing this violence, is yet another particularly egregious example. Some of you in the audience may find what I'm about to say to be a bit dramatic, and if you do, feel free to call in at 1-800-776. But when I see emails like this, I cannot help but think about people in Germany and in the Soviet Union in the 20th century. I wonder how many people in our present time would stand up to the evils of Nazism and communism. This is one of the easiest times and places on earth to stand up to evil. And the evil itself is so clearly wrong. Again, in every sense, it is so easy to stand up. Are you telling me that it is hard to condemn violence? I mean, the fact that this dean couldn't even mutter the words, couldn't even include in her email a condemnation of this trans students indeed, assaulting Riley Gaines. It is just despicable. And as much as this country obsesses about past evil, the question that I would like to ask these individuals is, if you cannot stand up to something as so easy to stand up to as saying that assaulting someone is wrong, in a country where it is so easy to stand up, where you are not going to be thrown in prison or killed on the spot for speaking out against the government, would you really stand up to slavery, or to Nazism, or to communism, or to the patriarchy, or all these things that you say you would stand up for? If you are so morally weak that you cannot stand up in society today where it is so easy to stand up, you would not have been able to do it when it really mattered. We'll be back.
If you're struggling with back or neck or shoulder or hip or knee pain, even general muscle aches and pain, I hope you take the Relief Factor approach to pain. 100% drug-free Relief Factor. It's an amazing product. Relief Factor is made from wild-caught fish oils and botanicals. It goes to work on the pain that is caused by inflammation. If you've tried everything to get out of that lower back pain or that hip pain or the pain from a workout at the gym, why don't you give us a 3-week chance to see if we can win you over? The Relief Factor Quick Start is 3 weeks, $19.95. This is a dietary supplement that supports in trying to battle pain, and it works. If I don't take my Relief Factor, my lower back pain starts creeping back. Give it a try. 3 weeks, $19.95 plus shipping. That's all we ask. ReliefFactor.com. Relief Factor.